see from the slide, my name is Silvia Paoli. I am a fashion journalist. First of all, I have to explain to you and to myself why I'm here tonight. I guess my CV was considered creative, crazy enough to result creative to the curator. Here, I think we are discussing new insight on creativity and new creative business and economy. So a crazy CV, a creative CV, was really interesting to understand. So I will start from my crazy CV, actually. I would call it a crazy active, like creative and crazy. Not later than 3 years ago, I was like a fashion writer at Vanity Fair Italy, which is and was one of the most successful publications at Condé Nast worldwide. I was a fashion writer, and that was a very good reason to quit. No, it was a very good reason to stay forever, actually. But if you stay in a super luxury comfort zone, I don't think you evolve and you are creative. You have a passion inside, you feel like it burns, and I think, when do you have to stop and extinguish that fire? I think this idea is not working, I have to change it. So when I quitted, I think I wanted to concentrate on more personal projects on fashion. One was book writing. So I spent 1 year writing a book and having it published and promoted and everything. And after that came web. So what could I do on the web that is not already there? How can I be different? After a while, I came up with 3 options. One is I can start a web magazine, which is not a very good option because there are dozens of magazines and every publisher, they have their web version of their magazines. And the other one was that I can shoot myself, not like killing myself, but having my outfits like photographs, like all the fashion bloggers do. But at the end of the day, these fashion bloggers are younger and prettier and fancier than I am, but I'm more experienced. So that leads to point 3. I want to add to my professional skills like a journalist some of the narrative skills that I've learned from book writing, and mix them together and create something different. That was entertaining on fashion on a web TV, so video production that were funny. But can fashion be funny? I think fashion is a very serious business. I mean, the turnover of Italy last year was 60 billion euros. So, and the fashion crowd is very self-conscious. I mean, they really believe in fashion. But on the other side, it's a very enjoyable environment. If you exclude my high heels, actually, they're not very enjoyable. So if you go to a fashion show, and you sit there, and you look at the people, and you listen to the chat, and you think, this is not a fashion show, this is a reality show. So we have to show this fun, the fun of fashion. And that's what I did on the web TV. But is there an audience for this show? I mean, are there people interested in seeing on the web video production that are related to fashion and involve fashion people? Yes. I think there are 2 data that are very interesting. One is, what do we check the internet for? I mean, we check for information, for service, networking, killing time. And the most viral items are, of course, the funniest, the more outrageous, the more incredible that you can see. Also, I mean, fashion designers, they have a lot of followers, especially on Twitter. Stefano Gabbana of the duo Dolce Gabbana, he has like 98,000 followers. One is me. So I think these people, they are interested in not only in understanding which are the trends of the season, but really to look at their darlings and see what they do in real life. So my intention was just to show them, to open the fashion circle to them, and to show the fun of their lives and their fabulous life. I thought that Amuse the fashion muse, Amuse the fashion people who are inside and the fashion lovers that are outside. How? I'm a journalist, so information cannot be neglected. If you want to make fun of something, you have to know everything about that. You have to know the trends, the brands, what's hot, what's top, and all the slangs and everything. But on the other side, if amusement is your goal, you have to translate maybe TV formats into web funny shows. And that's what we did. This is a designer. I don't want to reveal his name, actually. The format was like an interview. But where can I interview him without being, like, boring? Not in his backstage or in his office. It's totally boring. So what does he do when he's off duty? He played soccer, like in a local club. And so the interview was released like in showers, in the changing rooms. It's a pity he's not naked. That would be very interesting, very funny. But it's just to understand that we wanted to change it completely and being out of the fashion, can I say, frame. As we started the production and we understood more our audience that were very aware of fashion, very interested in fashion, but also they wanted to participate. So I think involved the audience is very important when you want to entertain people, because what's the purpose of looking at the game if you cannot play, actually? And this is a very dancing in the dark moment when he picked the girl and she dances. She's Courtney Cox, actually. And so I wanted to give the possibility to the audience to jump into the show and be entertained really personally, not only virtually. And so what we did was like having a TV production on fashion bloggers. And the fashion bloggers, there are hundreds and thousands wannabe fashion bloggers. So I thought, why don't we give them cake? And we offer them a front row so they can enjoy the fashion people and the fashion system. So on one side, we selected 7 new faces. On the other side, we opened a channel on Facebook to select 1 new and upcoming. And to me, I mean, entertainment is not only the filming and the producing and the sending online, but it's all the stream of comments and nomination and updates the people involved, like fans or like talents in the show, have produced. So entertainment is not only the result, but it's the process. But then, this is the question of the 50,000 euros. So where business generates from this? Because production, video production, quite expensive. Even though they're web video productions, still they cost. So of course, if you have a very popular show, you have more viewers, you're more popular, and you are more attractive for investors. This is one possibility. But also, I mean, you can involve fashion brands. They want to create a new identity on the web, involving the same audience that we had involved in the show. Because it's hard, if you don't call them professional, it's hard to feature a new identity on the web. And they became co-sponsor of some productions, which were based on the lives of designers or bloggers. And the third, which is the more crazy, actually, is I think that in the future, the web production can land on TV. I think we can sell this video production to the new networks, the cable networks, because they're more creative and they cost less on budget. I mean, they're less expensive than TV production. And so my crazy idea is they can produce this and land on TV and reach the same audience on very different platforms. And this is crazy enough, I think, to justify my presence and my CV. And that's all. Thank you.